Kings Club Baccarat. Playing it professionally, playing it as a side hustle. This is the way you do it. We're going to show it to you until everybody has it down. I'm in Las Vegas right now, and I have played 10 sessions here. Have 10 winning sessions, and we are ahead $1,840, and that's playing low roller, low stake money, low risk money, and we are plus $1,840 right now. And I'm enjoying all the free buffets and free cafes and free soft drinks, and I'm gonna try to push them tonight to see can they do some more help on the room to try to get everything that I can out of them. But been having a really good trip, and everything has worked out at the tables. This King's Banker 2 Deep has proven itself to be a very, very strong way to play. Sometimes we have started with 2 or 3 losses. It always recovers. I played it back and forth several ways, and after talking to Soup Campbell today, and the casino host came over and told me that they would like for me to play a little bit longer. I don't play long sessions, you guys know that. And so I did something just for fun and low stress. I played flat $25 bets, flat betting, using the same sequence of bets, just a sequence of selections, just playing $25 no matter win or lose. And after 10 hands, which think that they appreciated, it took about 45 minutes. I had 7 wins and 3 losses. So I won $100 with no risk, absolutely flat betting $25. I know Soup Campbell like hearing that. Chuck Ritter did. Hey, Chuck and Kevin, good welcome. Trish, Gil, HR Green Shark, good to see you guys. So we'll show you some more things of what you know. I want to make sure that it's permanently embedded. The only difference that you can do is when you're at the casino, just choose your own units that you're playing. But begin wherever you want to begin that's comfortable for you, and go up 4 units on losses, go down 3 on wins, and just play it straight up like that. And I'll be talking about what's on this big road here as we look back at it. Hey, Booyah. So a few things have happened that I have related. I've gotten a little bit of a tight match with a guy sitting next to me last night that was complaining and giving me some hard times, and I ignored him all the way until he finally went on tilt and lost his money and left. But he did distract me one time to where I missed a really important bet, but thankfully it didn't matter because we got our money again, and we've won every session. But it's another one of those instances where I say in the casino, anything can happen. All kinds of distractions happen when you're there. It's not a kind of sterile environment like it is when you're playing a simulation. There are people around you. Also, the dealers deal differently. They deal with different timing, and the dealers make mistakes. They put the wrong winner up on the big road, and I correct them, and sometimes they take a card when they're not supposed to take a card, and sometimes they don't color you up exactly right. You got to be ready for everything when you're in the casino. Moshe Goldberg, yep, back in Las Vegas, and I'm at South Point. It's a very nice place, and I haven't even been outside of the building yet in days. All I do is just go play a session, wander around, watch a horse race, watch some people throw craps for a while, and just completely relaxing. He was giving me a hard time because he said that I was a bad aura for him. He said he was a big guy, and he mumbled that ever since I sat next to him, he hadn't won a hand. And then he made a disparaging, profane comment to me. But I'm just saying, you guys know what you meet all types out here. I never even looked at him, and just let him keep losing until he got up and left for the night. And I do make the joke, but this is the only 50-50 game that seemingly everybody loses. I watch them lose all the time. Yeah, Chuck, have to know the rules, brother. 27, 47, 67, and the 38 special. Yes, sir. So looking at the big road so far in this game here, as you can see, the only loss you'll ever see is when you see two players, a couplet or more, a pair of players in a row, or three or four or five. That is the loss of two straight. Looking at where we are on this big road here, you don't see any of them there. And so this was going to be a very profitable opening segment. If we're playing $100, using units of 10, up 40 after losses, down 30 after wins, right here is your first bet, and when you win, you're up $100. As I say, you can play it on down, but if you lose, you're going to lose back then. So I do stop after my 100. So here I'm plus $100. So my next bet is 70. I have to wait for another single banker to play because we only play King's Bankers. This is King's Bankers going too deep. We only went one deep there because we won, so we're up 100. Here's the break, and so after this one banker, we're going to bet again. We're going to go down 3 units to $70. There's the win. So now we're going to sit tight again. There's a break. So here, down 70, we're going to bet $40 here. And we win the 40. So now we won the first 3 bets. We're up $210 right now. Using my rules out here, since I can play all day long, any sessions, I'd pack it up, go get our money, put it in my pocket, just like I have it right now, and I would just go on about business. So waiting again. Here's another break, and so now we're going to play here, and there's our first loss. It broke there. So that loss is $40. I'm sorry, that loss is 10 because we won 100, we won 70, we won 40. So this is down 3 units. It's a $10 bet, and we lost it. We're going to go up $40 to a $50 bet now on the next opportunity. And there it is. And that's the win because the chop was there. There's the win. This is where these are streaks. These are chop wins. After losing there, we're going to stay on that bet, and then we come here. So now we got another chop, and we bet, and we win there for 60. We win there for 30. So let's show it live for a little while. That quick start was up $310. I can. What is this? Oh yeah, okay. So the update on where I am on this trip, we're up $1,840 thus far on this trip, and I do. For anybody that nobody knows where I am or who I am, but for anybody who wonders about the legitimacy of the story, so I'll show you right there. There it is right there. That's $1,840 and in total profit. So if we look now, where are we? Okay, so we've got a player win there, so we're looking for a banker win, and I'll just go ahead and start it at the $100 level. Well, why don't I go ahead and try to lose 570 here? So there's a 570 bet and a loss, and there's a banker win. So we're at 2,112,000. So let's win $400. Let's try to win $400. So with this one banker win right here, and let's see if we can lose a few times. That'd be really fun to lose a few times. So we would play banker for $400. We're going up $100 units of 4. We're going down $100 units of 3. So there is the $400 bet on the banker. And please lose. And we did. Good, good. So with this loss, we're going to come right back. And we're going to bet up 4 units. Since we're using $100 units, we're going to use, this is just easier to see. I wouldn't have been playing this much in the casino today because I'm guarding our money more closely. I usually start at $100 and I go up 4 units and down 3 of 10. And it's that very simple way. But this is easier for you to see here, and besides, it's a lot more fun. So we catch a tie, we come back with the $800 bet. This is the second bet of the king. Good. So that's minus 800. So now we're going to wait. The next bet is a $1,200 bet, keeping my notes here as we go. So the next bet is a $1,200 bet. We will bet it after we have the trigger of a banker win. There it is. So now we're going to bet $1,200 on the banker. And another tie. And with that $1,200 bet win, the next bet is going to be a $900 bet. It's going to be down 3 units. So we're going to bet $900. That is after. I'm not going to chase this. We might get another banker win here, but I'm not going to chase it. And we did, so we would have won right then if we'd have done it, but I'm not going to do that. For the sake of this instruction, we're just going to wait and make a $900 bet. Let's see, now it's going to win. It's going to keep winning all the way. We should have just gone ahead and play with it. King John would have said, keep on chasing it. I met King John came over this afternoon, had a great time with him, walking around talking. We did one session together, played very low stakes just so we could sip soft drinks and talk about the things that were going on. We both won $80 while we were just screwing around. And show me the money. That's right, Booyah. I don't think we've had an interruption with a player in here, but I might have gotten distracted myself. Doesn't matter how far this goes, we're not betting it anyway, so it's just going to keep winning. Some guys would have been chasing it, you'd be cashing it every time. I don't know how long this thing is now, but I'm going to check it for it. If it ever loses, maybe it's just going to win 15 times. There's a loss. Okay, let's see how far that was. Okay, there's your banker run. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 in a row. Can you imagine the money you would have won in that? So anyway, there's 11 in a row, and there was 6 there. So the banker's been very disproportionately up there. So you might be hesitant to play the King's Banker 2 going on forward here because the player is going to gradually get back to this, but we're going to go ahead and do it. We don't care. Let's see what happens here. So we got 2 players now. You know me, I like to dig the hole because that's the way you learn things. So let's go ahead and play 900 on the banker right here. See how deep this hole can get. $900, King's Banker, 2 deep. That's what we call this. Good, there you go, minus 900. So now we're going to go to 1,300, up 4 units. Up 1,300. Now we are up $275 because we won the $1,300 bet. So let's see if we can get one more bet in here because I wanted to win $400, but $275 was pretty good. Hey, good evening, JP. How you doing, buddy? No bet there with the player win. Looking for a banker win that would be the trigger. There's 2 players. There's a banker win. So we need to win $125 now. So that's what I'm going to bet. I'm going to bet $125 on the banker. The next bet would have been $1,000 because it would have been down 3 units of 100. But we don't need to win $1,000. We also don't need to risk $1,000. We're trying to make 400. So that's a $125 bet. I probably should bet 150 because they're going to take commission if we're going to win. So I'll bet a little bit more. So we bet 150 on the banker. Let's see if we can get a win or not. Could not. So now I'm going to go to 550 because that's just what we're supposed to go up 4 units anyway. So there's a $550 bet on the banker. So we won $648. So I'm going to tally this up and tell you exactly where we did. We would have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. This is the beauty of exactly what we're doing. We played 7 hands. We won 3, we lost 4, and we won $648. That's what's happening to me in the casino. But over this trip, I have kept meticulous notes, and we are winning at a 54% rate. I have every anticipation that we will be at $2,000 profit by tonight, and then we'll see where we go from there, because I got to go back home tomorrow. But we got to find out what we want to do going forward. How much do we want to bet? We've proven this King's Banker 2 Deep is very, very solid. It either just wins it right away, or it wins it if you go down. But if you see here, even at the very beginning, you won the first 3 bets. So you're done. A lot of times you just sit down and you're done just in a matter of minutes because of how powerful this is. But if you take it all the way out, you can see that even this averaged out to a 54% win rate. Even when we cut that little bit of losses in there, which we did, these are losses here, that right there was why we got the money back. How it was. We had the bet here, we lost and we won. We sat out, we had a bet here, we lost, and then we won. And that's how we get the money back, just like that. I hope you guys see it. I hope you guys know while you're looking at it. Let me see. Chuck has asked about scorecards. I've transferred the a lot of the scorecards to. This was when the first session was a $220 win with 22-18 all course through all of these sessions. Plus 220, plus 210, plus 390, plus 230. That's when we were up 1,050. I putzed around and won $70 messing around to 1120, and then I came back and I won 200 to put us up 1320. This is how they look when I'm saying the top number is a 6. So let me see if we can get it for you. See, so that's 6 units. So this will show you how you even make mistakes messing around at the table. I did 6 units, and then I bet 2 units, and I was supposed to bet 3. I bet 2 units and I lost, so then I went back to 6, and you can see I corrected it this time. After I won the 6, then I lost the 3. I went back up 4 units to the 7, and I won. That put me up 140. Then I started again here with 4 units, because I was using $25 units, and I won. Then went down to 1, lost, went up to 5, lost, went up to 9, lost, went up to 15, went up to 13, and lost. Then look at that, 17, 1, 14 units, 1. Here's another session here. Sorry for being blurry. Lost at 6, lost at 10, then won at 14, lost at 11, then won at 15, then won at 12. And that's like booyah, as Booyah would say. That's money, that's the way it looks. Here was winning at 4, losing at 1, losing at 5, then winning at 9. So that puts you up 3 units right there. Lost at 4, then won at 8. That puts you up 7 units. Then won at 4, then won at 1. And anyway, this is how I charted. I put the units at the top. I put a check whether you win or lose. I put the running score then at the bottom, and I keep track of everything like that. I use King's Banker 2 only, Joe. That's all I do. I only play King's Banker 2. I'm not going to play anything else. It is the most reliable way to play, and I'm playing on no commission tables, and so it's just straight up bets. And the casino knows exactly where I am. They know exactly how much money I have won, but they are content because they believe that I'm giving them a shot at my money and our money, and I'm taking theirs. But they know they're getting a chance. So we need to talk about where we're going to go from here, because we're going to have to figure out how we can move to higher stakes. How maybe I go to the Palms and we play. Beginning with $100 bets and up units then. because I want to make these trips to where they cover the cost of the trip and they make us several $1,000s. Now, if anybody else wants to think about that or make a comment on it, if you find yourself going into a casino where you're absolutely confident that you're going to win, you are in very unusual company. These places make a livelihood out of taking your money. But we have found a way with this King's Banker 2 Deep to win. And I'm going to keep doing it until it proves itself wrong, but I've not found it wrong yet. And I've played so many sessions in this time here that I've seen everything that can be thrown at it, and I've made mistakes at the table too, because like I'm saying, mistakes are made. The dealers make mistakes. The dealers color you up wrong. You got to correct them. You got to know exactly how much money you got. The dealers will post the wrong score on the big road. You got to correct them. Then they'll take a card on the second card. They'll take a card when they shouldn't. And other times they won't take a card when they're supposed to. That does get them in a little bit of trouble when you point that out, and it's kind of embarrassing, and the pit bosses are embarrassed too, but you just do it politely, and you've got to do the right things when you're at the table. But I do like the $25 units, Joe. I like $100 units better, but you've got to be very, very safe and guard that money, because the problem for us, since we know how to win, the problem is, do we run out of money? You can't run out of money. You're not allowed to. If you've got money and you've got the knowledge on how to play, you're going to win. Yep, sometimes it's a little harder than others because the game throws different things at you all the time. That's what their value, that's what their strength is the casino throws different things at you. It's just a matter of time and the way things happen, and whether it's roulette, craps, or baccarat, or blackjack, the cards align different ways. But this is the way that we have found to win, and we begin to find it just after we'd been at this thing almost 2 years. We found it about 3 weeks ago, when I really felt like, as I say, when I felt like I found a tear in the fabric of the game. And I went inside the game and I looked back out through doing an autopsy like a coroner does. And it led us to where we are now, and I feel so good about it. It's a 5 or lower, but it's also, Booyah is based on what the player has. So I can send it to you so you'll know. It's a commonly known, but it varies based on what the player has. But the third card rule is an important rule to know, just so that you make sure that the dealer does it right. But I'll send it to you. All right, to you guys, thank you very much. Hit me a like on the way out if you don't mind. We are making our money here at South Point Casino, just off the interstate, about 7 miles from the Strip. And we're going to head back tomorrow, and then we're going to plan the next trip. We're going to talk about what we're going to do with everything. If some of you just simply want your money back, all you got to do is send it to me, and I'll sell it to you. It's no problem. We've got the cash and we've got the profit anyway. So I'm going to cover the expenses, and then we've got everything going. So we'll talk about the next trip, and the next trip will not cost as much because I will plan it ahead of time, and I'll be flying Allegiant at a much lower number. We kind of got pushed into it this time because I felt like I needed to get ahead and get it done. So I know you guys are with me on this. So Gil Rary, thank you very much. And to all of you, God bless you all. I'll be cruising back toward the Heartland tomorrow. God bless you all. Thank you so very much. Good night. Thanks, Trish. Thanks, Booyah.